I'm sure you've heard of NASCAR drivers by the names of Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, Tony Stewart, Dale Earnhardt Sr., and Richard Petty. At least one of them has to ring a bell. This is a series dedicated to those drivers that were racing in, about the same time, just in different eras, whose careers I feel like got lost in time or overshadowed by some of the greats of the sport. And today we're going to talk about one of those guys. His name, Swervin' Irvan, also known as Ernie Irvan. Ernie Irvan raced in the Cub Series from 1987 to 1999, and he got his start actually driving the number 56 Chevrolet, sponsored by Dale Earnhardt Chevy. Now, this would last a couple races throughout the 1987 season, but he wouldn't get his full ride until 1988, where he would be driving that Kroger number 2. Driving that Ulrich number 2 car, Ernie Irvan would actually go to race 25 of 29 races in 1988, finishing second in the Rookie of the Year standings, just missing out. It was the closest Rookie of the Year battle in Winston Cup history. In 1990, I would say that Ernie got his first big break. Driving the number 4 Kodak car for Morgan McClure Motorsports, a pretty good team back then, he would go on to get his first win in 1998 at Bristol Motor Speedway and have a solid year, finishing 9th overall in the points standings. 1991 was a very good year for Ernie Irvan. He would win the Daytona 500 starting off the year hot, go on to win at Watkins Glen later that season, which is a road course, and then would end up finishing 5th overall in the point standings. So after what I would call a really good run with Morgan McClure Motorsports, 7 wins, a couple top 10 finishes in points, was moving up the ladder, he would actually leave mid-1993 to go drive the number 28 Haviland car, and this was because of a tragedy that actually happened. Davey Allison, the guy that was piloting the 28 car, passed away in a helicopter crash mid-1993. This led to Robert Yates himself coming to ask Ernie to drive the car, which also led to a lot of issues between the two teams. As you can imagine, he's taking a star driver away from Morgan McClure Motorsports. So there were a lot of lawsuits, contract issues, sponsorship issues, and team issues between Robert Yates and Morgan McClure. But ultimately, Ernie would go on to drive the number 28 Haviland Ford. In 1994, Ernie Irvan had the best start ever to his career. 3 wins in the first 20 races, was battling head-to-head with Dale Earnhardt for the championship until tragedy struck him as well. He would hit the wall at Michigan International Speedway at 170 miles an hour, causing what I call a career-altering injury because he did not get to finish the rest of that year or the 95 season as well. Coming back in 1996, he had a solid season, and then in 1997, he would get his final win at Michigan International Raceway. Now, this is where his career would ultimately start to decline, and he would ultimately retire in 1999 after another near-death incident at Michigan International Raceway. He just decided he was done. That was it, and he hung up his helmet. In his career, he would end with 15 wins, 124 top 10s, and get named to NASCAR's 75 greatest drivers in 2023, which is very fitting given the run that he had in the early 90s.